What's up, guys? Comfy here. Welcome to another episode of The Long Dark. Sort of a no-nonsense episode. Let's get started right away. Gonna be kind of a cleanup, quick little cleanup type episode. First thing we're gonna do is head on over and grab our pelts from the cabin we had to drop them at last time because we were way too overweight. I've really thinned my gear down. We were kind of talking last time about the weight issue, so things like I don't need to be carrying an axe if I'm not going out to get wood. Just a very minimal amount so that I can actually acquire some supplies and not be so overweight that I can't make it back. I think I got everything in here. I'm almost sure that I have. Hey, might as well grab this. Did I? Yeah, I got everything in here. Alright. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's be smart this time. Let's go dump this stuff off on our way out. I think we're actually gonna head up to the we're gonna head up to that cabin that's up the road. Just a ways. It's a nice little cabin. I've used it as a base before. But again, no workbench, so not that I'm exactly, to be honest with you, I'm not really building anything. I suppose I don't really have to stay here. If I did need to build something, I could just run down here. It's a more comfortable spot to stay, but I don't know. I don't feel like moving everything, so we'll stay here for the immediate future. Let's get our guts sorted out here. I like all the space, the open floor space that the hut, the Quonset hut. I think I was saying Cuisinart hut before. The Quonset hut provides. It's a gorgeous day out, though. It's not too cold. Our clothing's getting to the point now, though, where it has to be really cold for us to even really be bothered by it. As you just saw, though, I still got quite a bit of mobility restriction. Oh. I hear something. Oh. I could actually use a deer. Oh, he stopped. I'm gonna go for the swag shot here. Oh, bullshit. That was right on his head, dude. Well, that was a waste of a bullet. That was stupid. Should have just went for a body shot. Why do I do these things? I don't know. He did stop. He's close. Wow. Where that? Oh shit, he was to my left. chill, maybe he won't run too far. He isn't wounded. I didn't hit him, so they really do need to do a better job on. Oh, goodbye. They really do need to do a better job on the pathing for when game is, because they just kind of do circles. A lot of times they'll run right back at you. It's kind of cheesy. I don't know. It could use some work, as far as I'm concerned.
Might have to drop some gear.
So you can see with my current gear loadout, at least I can go out and I'm just slightly overweight. I can at least go out and shoot a deer and bring it back without, you know, being 50 kilograms or 20 kilograms overweight. And since we're here, we might as well search this hut out. This is a nice little spot to stay. I actually kind of like this cabin.
This will come in handy.
Lots of people like the hunters or the misanthropes cabin out. One of the cabins out by the lake, or out in the middle of the lake. But I actually kind of like this one for a base. If I was gonna have a base other than the hut. Teach their own, I suppose.
This is any good to eat. Is it food or...
Now we still need to hit the areas. There's
still eat this.
two. I don't know if it's random as far as which ones are burned out or not. There's at least 2 or 3 cabins right down lakeside on the other side of the highway of the hut straight across. So I'm gonna need to clean those out. We got all the fishing huts.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
We got a lot of areas to search out. Really, the logging cabin, or the logging trailers, we kind of skirted by on our way here because we didn't have time to stop and didn't have any inventory space left to carry anything anyway. So maybe this isn't such a great place. I could have sworn this place had a fireplace. Ooh. Right on. Ditch them. Ditch those sports socks. We got 2 pairs of wool socks now. Hells yeah.
That'll come in handy.
Made of cotton. Probably not better than my thin wool sweater. Nice, free water.
Starting to weigh me down.
Rat 40. Not too bad. Good question here while we're looking at the inventory. You see how the meat's at 88%, the raw meat. Now, I actually have a question. If anybody knows the answer, feel free to reply in the comments. Raw meat goes down rather quickly, but I noticed like when we go to cook this meat, even though it's at 88%, once it's cooked it becomes 100. Now my question is, can you, in order to maximize the lifespan of your meat, is it better to let it sit out and get down to almost ruined before cooking it? Will it go back up to 100? Or no? Or is there a cutoff point? I might have to... If anybody knows, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to test that, I think. Because that'd be a good way. I mean, you'd get several days before that goes completely rancid, before you cooked it. That's just gonna add to the lifespan of your meat supply. I think that's everything, yep. Well, I can't sprint, but... I'm not moving super slow. As long as we don't run into any trouble and I don't have to sprint. I'd rather not shoot my way out of it, but I will if I have to. We should be fine. That's the one with the, that's the one with the fireplace. Yeah, because that's where we picked up our fire logs. Yeah, I was thinking of the wrong one. Yeah, do I want to put those in there? I might as well. They're more of a medical type item, but still a craftable. Yes, and now you get to watch me break stuff down and organize for a little bit, guys. Oh, you love it. You know you love it. Yeah, let's dump some of this food. Get that all nice and neat. %. Don't think I'll be eating that. Guess we'll make this bottom rack our liquid shelf. You know, I really haven't had too many people complain, but people that get pissed off about watching people harvest or organize their items in the Long Dark probably shouldn't watch Long Dark videos, as far as I'm concerned. It's part of the game, guys, you know? It's a major part of the game. My little trash pile. Make sure we stay lean. And let's get this deer meat cooked up. I should leave
All this
one.
gear is slowing me down.
I should leave one as a test one to let it rot for a little bit to see if when I eventually do cook it, kind of like what I was talking about earlier. For when I actually do cook it, if it goes back up to 100. Gonna go ahead and get this all cooked up. It's been kind of nice picking up all this, picking up the water in the toilets. We haven't really been replenishing our water supply without really having to use fire. Kind of nice. Yeah, screw it. I'll test that theory some other time. Maybe someone would be nice and comment. You know what I should do, though? And that should be enough. This coffee was way down. Might as well cook these up. Even cold coffee gives you the not stamina, but the tired meter bonus to decay from the tired meter. So it's kind of nice to pop some coffee in right at the beginning of the morning. Well, that worked out pretty well. God damn it. Keep our meat separated here. See, now you saw it. It was at 87. Now it's at 100%. Keep that coffee. Our wolf meat's at 82. Yeah. Keep that coffee for breakfast. And what else we got? Clothes. Let's bust all this useless gear down. Then that'll be a part. Worked out pretty well too, actually. Just about time for bedtime. Our I'm tired as shit meter is almost down to the bottom. Yeah, see? There's all these little trade-offs. It is light. No, it's the same size. 0.5 and 0.9, 0.9 and 0.5. I'd like to know how that has a better wind resistance. Or a bit better wind chill resistance. Oh well. Screw that cotton sweatshirt. I think that's everything. So we're sitting pretty good from a food standpoint, water standpoint, supply standpoint, or regular provisions, crafting standpoint. pretty productive day. We got ourselves a deer. Wow, we did some cleanup. We hit that last cabin that we needed. Yeah, let's go ahead and sleep here. Get our game saved. How much time? 1 hour darkness left. We can sleep some more. Yeah, let's sleep first before we drink that. Let's not waste the coffee. Perfect. Drink our coffee and get ready for a new day. As always, guys, appreciate everybody that watches the channel. Anybody that is following along in this series. It's a really great game. Feel free to like or subscribe, comment, and yeah, I'll see you in the next part. We'll go explore those lakeside cabins.